so I forgot to grab it before it looped, and I know that we have like that aggravating light blinding us in the back. I'm gonna fix all of this, is what I'm saying. So give me 1 second. Let us pretend that as a streamer, I actually know what I'm doing, and that I'm not, fumbling around in the dark. Okay. This should be mostly cool. So where the heck is the extra blinding light source from the other corner coming from? I don't know. Whatever, the lights are funny today. It's fine. Hi everybody. Happy Wednesday? Wednesday. Yeah, happy Wednesday. I hope the day is restful and productive for y'all. Hey Cat Wizard, hey Vallejo. Anybody that might be lurking, hi. I got a couple of things done today, which is nice. Just about the only thing that I didn't was getting out to. I gotta go get a new water filter for my Brita thing. I'm gonna use it, and didn't handle that. Shoulda, coulda, didn't. But I figure that's a thing that I will deal with tomorrow, probably at some point anyway. Ouch. So yeah, nothing really like super wild on that front, I guess is the simplest way to put it. It looks like we have hit at least 16% on vent and support drive, which is pretty cool. We are only 4% away from our next milestone, which so happens to be an additional run of Pokemon Crystal, where I go take on the other 8 gym leaders and things like that in Kanto, because we only did Johto and the main story there. So yeah, $600 beating the Red Challenger Pokemon Crystal. If we get to 50%, I play Monster Rancher 1DX. And then 75% is Metroid Dread. So yeah, the donation link is just my Ko-Fi link, as you can see in Nightbot's kind messages there. So feel free to pass that on to anybody you think might be able to help or might be able to get the word around. The long and short of it, basically, as to why this is happening for people who are just coming in, is that I have been looking for a job since June of last year. Have not gotten one because the job market is in the United States is really, really, really super not great right now. It's bad. So while I have been trying to figure that out and hopefully get a break somewhere, yeah, just making that work. I need a haircut. I should probably cut my hair tonight or tomorrow, because I'm fuzzed up and not in like a way that I particularly like. So I need to. So yeah, as far as Shootlander stuff goes today for game dev, there isn't that much that I think I have left that I can tweak, really, that's under my particular control. I've been doing a couple things off stream, mostly relating to like I'm doing a couple things off stream, mostly related to just sorting out certain stuff. So maybe today it's just like some funny back end stuff, maybe, I guess, because I can't really think of anything. I can't think of anything that like is so super pressing that I'm going to be spending a bunch of time on stream doing it. Whoops. We've mostly already gotten all of the new sprites. All the new sprites that would need handling, I've pretty much dealt with at this point. Hang on, looks like Godot froze. So I think at this point it's only like really small things that need to be dealt with, really, in terms of like yeah, it's mostly just like very small tweaks at this point that really need to be dealt with. Things like over here with Yarn Spinner trying to get the fading to work correctly, which I guess is probably a thing I can work on. At this point, we are pretty much at the spot where yeah, I think at this particular point we are more or less almost at the spot where sorry, my brain is having a hard fart. We're pretty much at the point in time where I'm just like touching on last little things to it's mostly just like little tweaks just to try to get things going. And make sure they look right. Maybe I might try to see if we can maybe get a couple of like data structure things going in terms of like being able to save preferences and things like that. We're on disk. That's the only thing I really haven't looked into yet. I wonder, I wonder, I wonder, I wonder, I wonder. Having a thought. Hang on a second. So what I'm trying to do right now is try to get the fade to look a little bit nicer and not be quite so patchy when it comes in. Um, hey, Larry. Real quick. Okay. Yeah, because the main thing I can't figure out is that why I can't use the default time. I can't use the actual fader in and of itself and make it like do it without it looking kind of gross. So I'm just attempting a thing real quick without deleting anything, just because I want to see if I can make it look neater. Yeah, hopefully you're doing well, Larry. Yeah, I know you're gonna get angry and tell me that the keep prompt thing is set correctly. Oh, I was like, why did that happen? Doing good. Hoping all is well on your end as well. We're we're doing pretty good. Game's looking great, by the way. Thank you. That is largely because KT and Yuna work as hard as they do. Um, yeah, they're good at what they do. Yeah, facts. I keep forgetting to turn off. I keep forgetting to turn off fighting game nightbot, and that's why we keep getting those messages because I legitimately just keep forgetting to turn those off. Okay, so yeah, better just to leave it on. Better just to use whatever is happening here, and just try to keep tweaking it till we get something that looks better. I guess maybe what I try to do is for the line view. Maybe if we started invisible, that will help with some of the shenaniganry going on. Oh, silly me. It's the view controls visibility, which means I should be doing this one. So yeah, basically what I'm trying to do is just to get the Okay, yeah. So it was literally just because it was visible at the start. And it wasn't waiting. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So I can probably put this back to the faster numbers that I had up before. So basically, the thing I was trying to do is what we just saw here, where rather than like it looking all jittery when all right, hold on. We'll do it like that. Basically, I want to hit a sweet spot between like, right, it does a nice little fade in when it comes in, does a nice little fade out when it comes out. Okay, so hold on a second. That's awkward. Okay, cool. That does what it's supposed to. All right. So now the real question is, how did I get those to? This is the This is the problem I have to solve now. Checklist. Checklist stuff is not looking super hot. So I need to. So now what we're gonna do? Hey, Kettle. Need that one. Face it. This thing. We're not gonna do either of these. Okay, so oh, it's also probably where is it? Hopefully, you're doing well, Kettle. Right now, we're just doing some. We're just doing some finessing of a couple of things, um, visibility wise. Got home and decompressing. because the thing is, what am I doing? This is the part now where I have to maybe fight past me a little bit, because now I'm not quite certain if right now I'm not quite certain how I set now it is currently a fight to figure out now it's a fight to figure out how I hit the HUD, because I don't know how I hit the HUD. And at least part of that is why like not having that completely figured out right now, or not being able to remember how I did it, is part of what's causing the particular issue I'm running into. I got to figure that out. Oh, that's why. That would be why. So that would probably smooth it out at least a little bit, I think. Yes, and how? Why is it clearing out is the next question. Oh, probably because it's switching over, isn't it? Which probably means that I don't want it to do that when that's happening. I want to probably make it only clear it. Okay. Let me check. I'm thinking for a minute. Godot. Okay. It looks like I should just be able to use coroutines the way that I know how they work anyway. So okay, so let me do my enumerator. Okay. Okay. Better, actually. Okay, cool. Cool. So to do that, we're gonna so private async. Uh, okay, so what we want to do now is okay. That's what it is. Await task dot. Okay, let's try this real quick. I guess. Gonna grab this little state base, and we're gonna just do this. We're gonna do protected sync and states that all of them inherit it. So basically, what I just did there to explain it. So, AKT. So yeah, the basic idea behind much better. The basic idea behind what I'm trying to do here is so divide it by 1,000, and that should be about right. I'm going to checklist container. Public static float fade time equals 0.25 f. So fade time we're going to get protected set. Fade time, and now I just need to do state base checklist. Checklist dot 9 divided by 1,000. Math dot put int. Oh no. I think that's right, right? Oh, hold on. Milliseconds to seconds. Okay, hang on. I'm thinking too hard. If 0.25. Okay. Yeah. So 0.25, you just move it over 2, and that gives you 100. Okay, so yes, and 2. Yes, then whatever the checklist container dot fade time times 100, right? Because 0.25, 2.5, 0.25, 2.5, 25, 250. No, that's why it needs to be 1,000. Okay, got it. Okay. Let's put like an extra little bit on there to make sure it fades all the way out, and then go. All right, so run it. Up, down, left, right. Okay, good. Almost there. So basically what I'm trying to do is make sure that it waits just enough time for the for it to disappear before it switches over, so that you don't get that nasty looking jitter. The idea is to make it wait. There we go. That's almost right. So we give it just like a little bit. Basically, the idea is that we give it like a little bit of an offset from the actual time in question, so that we can make sure that it doesn't like. Yeah, like ideally we want to make sure that the I should probably also, while I'm messing around with this, I should make it. Yeah. So ideally, right, we just want to make sure that it just waits a little bit before it does that thing. So already we're gonna do modulate, right? Checklist, current checklist dot modulate equals color dot colors dot transparent. There we go. So basically, ideally, we want to set it up so that when we first step into any given state, yep, cool. All right. Oh, that's not what I mean. I don't want to do that. I want to do current check It's dot visible is false. So you may be wondering what's the difference between doing visible versus modulate. Modulate is what we use when we want to like make it fade in and out. Visible is just like a much flatter, just like, can you see it or not? So we'll just kind of take like the rough and ready way of like just like flat out making it not visible. And then when we step in, it should become visible. So we make sure that we don't generate the checklist until after it is done. Damn, it can fade in. Yeah, good enough. Can't start dialogue. Oh, right, because I haven't set up all the other stuff yet, have I? Okay, hold on. Okay. So the real question is, why is it jumping ahead? A couple. Yeah, so now it's running ahead by several for some reason. Okay. I gotta go look at the... I gotta look at this thing now and take a look and see. Okay. Because from what I'm thinking, it looks like it's attempting to run it. It's running it. Hold on. Okay. Because it might be really that I might have to figure out how to set this up such that I'm having a thought. I'm having a thought here. Because my bet is that it's because of that code. So obviously this code is going to keep, like, commenting out that code is going to keep us stuck in the, going to keep us stuck on the second tutorial. I'm doing that on purpose because I want to see if that's the reason why the state machine is trying to jump ahead of me a couple of steps. Yeah, why is it jumping ahead? Yeah, why is it jumping ahead to that? That's the question that I have right now. Why is it jumping ahead a couple of states? What is causing it to do that? You notice how it's saying, right? Running no tutorial 1, running no tutorial 2, can't start dialogue from this because it's running, can't start this from that because it's running. It means that it's jumping ahead for whatever reason, and I have not yet been able to figure out why that is the case. Yeah, because it shouldn't be running forward, which means that there's something else that I set up somewhere that is causing it to push forward regardless, and that is not what we want. Ah, forgot to account for a thing. Hold on. Hang on. Nope, we won't get parent, actually. That's fine. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay, right. So that's what I was worried about. It's leaving the firing state for some reason. Okay, cool. Cool. That's what I was worried about. So it looks like, because y'all saw it, right? Um, if you look at the debug, it says tutorial level has exited state tutorial state dot firing. Now the problem is that I don't know what caused it to, because at least right now, the firing state should not have anything that forces it to leave. So this is a problem in the sense that there's nothing I can immediately think of that would be causing it to switch states. So I have to figure out where the call is coming from, because from inside the. Why did I know y'all were gonna? Okay. Okay. Okay, right. Can't do that. All right. Well, yeah. This is the wild part because I have to figure out. Yeah, why? Because running new tutorial 2, tutorial has entered state that from that. Why did it exit the firing state? That's the part that I need to figure out. That's the part that I have to figure out, and I do not know how. Okay. Okay, so then it has to do with this thing. All right. Don't need all that. I just need. That might be it. Let's see. It wouldn't surprise me if putting the return in is what caused it. Let's see. I expect it to still break. But if it doesn't, then that means that we're. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The main problem, such as it is, right? The main problem, such as it is mostly that something in end state causes. Oh. Okay. Okay. We figured it out. I figured it out. I figured it out. Because I'm a fucking genius. I figured it out. Alright. So, I'll explain what was happening. Here's the deal. Right? Here's what was happening. Because of the way that I have the tutorial stuff set up, right? Here's what was happening. Here's the logic. With the way that I had it set up, right? The basic idea is that, for lack of a better word, I'm going to put it like this. Notice that here, the update state, right? That keeps happening as long as we are in the current state, right? So there is a period of time in between switching between states where, at least for a little while, because I'm waiting for the thing to fade out, it is still running. Reason why this matters is very straightforward. Because I did not put in a check to make this happen, right? And in fact, I can even go like one step further. I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to do if objectives complete false, then we do all this. So basically speaking, it's a very straightforward programming issue that comes up a lot when you're doing things like update loops and things like that, right? Where if you don't put in a safety break sometimes, and you happen to have a state that runs a little bit longer than you're expecting, if you don't put in a safety break on certain operations to be like, hey, you should only do this thing one time, it will keep doing it, right? That's what happened here. Because the state is delayed a little bit to properly fade out the checklists, right? What happened was that it kept triggering the end state function repeatedly, and that's why I kept skipping forward. So all I really had to do to make it stop doing that was put in a variable to check, are the objectives complete or not? So, are the objectives for the current tutorial finished or not, right? Very simple. Are they finished or not? So, if the objectives are not finished when the async, and now we can even put in the return, just for good practice. When the async option starts, set them to be true, so this doesn't run more than once. Fade out the checklist. Wait for the checklist to fade away cleanly. A little extra time. make sure we don't clip. Move forward in the state. Right? So, and then we can do this. I should do end tutorial state. End this tutorial state and moves forward to the next one. Oh, whoops, need to do that. Accidentally jacked up my curly braces. Should be fine now. And then we're going to do state machine dot null dot hang on a second. I gotta not you, jackass. Okay, that's right. So I can in fact do that. So all I have to do is come over here, do state machine dot change state null null to null state. Okay, so end tutorial state, end tutorial completely. Okay, go. So I should really do this next tutorial state. Go to there we go. All right. And now we can come over here, right? Go to next tutorial state. And then the only other thing I need to do is, okay, we have that, we have that. All right. This might still break, actually. This might still break. I may have to slightly adjust the parameters a little bit just to make I'm going to test it. I'm going to be sure. Okay, it looks like it hasn't spilled over yet. It looks like the safety brake that I put in looks like it's holding, actually. So I thought it was gonna jump off here. All right. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, I lied. We're set. So now all I really have to do is come over here. And then we just do go to next tutorial state for the spinning one. And then over here for bombing. We're gonna do we're going to go to goal to null state and then end tutorial. So what this should do now is make sure that we... So yeah, basically because I sat down and like properly sorted out... hold on a second. All right. So what... All of that was just in service of making the... Right, this... Just to make that look better, really. Okay, so the only part that I need to fix now is making sure that the that the checklist is yeah, the checklist isn't visible because shenanigans. Okay, let me think about this real quick. Over here. Okay. At some point, the modulation... Oh, that's why. Ah! That's why. I'm so silly. I forgot to do a thing where when you generate the checklist, after I generate the checklist, I need to do modulate equals colors dot white, so it's actually visible. Public void show checklist. Let's do this actually. And the reason why we're going to do it this way so I can is that I get to then actively control probably at least one accidental redundancy in there, but basically, gotta make sure that those don't show up until... Good. Right, good. Got it. All right. Gotta look up a thing real quick, so I'm gonna switch over to this. Uh, yarns. There. Docs. Available on itch. Technical documentation. Control. I need. Okay. So command is in fact wait. That's why. Okay, so instead of delay, we want wait. Okay. All right. So I just had to stop for a second and like properly set up a thing to see if I can like properly get yarn spinner. Just wait a little bit before it does. Doing it the old-fashioned way. Basically, trying to make sure that it waits a little bit before we actually like. There we go. So like it actively waits a little before the dialogue starts showing up. All right. Good. That works. Hang on, gotta switch over here. I just remember to think. I remember the sprite that I can go grab to go put in. So we're gonna do recovery power up. Drop it off. Here. All right. Cool. All right. Yeah, I switched scenes because I had to like go grab. I had to grab a thing for it while it was off screen. Yeah, swapping out the swapping out those sprites because helps. Um, yeah, if you know is here, I'd be like probably maybe the thing for right. I'll probably just size them down for right now. Let me see. I'm gonna just do this one. I'm just gonna for right now anyway. I'll just size it down here. I'll just size it down here, and then when we are actually ready to design them differently, we can worry about that then. Yeah, there we go. That'll do for now. I can like just literally manually control the sizes, and we'll go from there, and it's not that big of a deal. All right, so that's taken care of. We have that one. Okay. Yeah, I'll just say like 6:45 p.m. to this is added new health pickups. Right. Out we fade ins outs out the transitions between tutorial states. Mostly managed to adjust line view fade so it doesn't look gross. All right. I think I have a line of thought here. Probably what I want to do is for the player spin control. Okay, this is just like a regular. Good. That's just like a regular pass node. So I can just add a texture rect here. Do this. Okay. Quick load do I have? Okay, good. I have at least this. Yeah, where's this thing? Transform. Okay, so we're just gonna do a spin pointer. All right. And HUD. We're just gonna do. Right. Do export texture rect spin meter pointer. No texture rect node for the players for the pointer directed at the spin. Why are we doing this, you may ask? Very simple. Let's see. Yarn command. Show spin. Show player spin pointer. Gonna do public static, right? I think that's what it is. Gotta remember how to do that thing. Don't have it. They don't have it for Godot yet, which means that I have to remember how to do the yarn. I have to remember how to do yarn commands manually. It's still that, okay? And then you do static if you want it to be able to do it without having to do that. All right, cool. Cool. That does still work. So HUD public static void show player spin pointer instance dot spin meter pointer dot visible is true. And then we just do hide player spin pointer false. Then we're going to do that. Hey, Cosmic, how you doing? Going to do hide player spin pointer. Now, the reason why we're going to all this trouble is very simple. I want to be able to come over here, for example. Now, I'm going to do show player spin pointer. Well, I should follow the same nomenclature that I'm using. So this is show underscore player underscore spin underscore pointer. And now this is going to be hide underscore player underscore spin underscore pointer. So I'm going to do show player spin pointer and then fix the letters here. So the reason why I switched it is because I'm trying to keep. Oh, you were just logging. We're not ending. Yeah. Oh, what? Like over here? Yeah, literally just keeping down like things that I'm getting done. If I was done, I'd have said so. You're good. You're good, to be clear. That's not like a scold. I'm just saying. I will make a point of saying, "Okay, we're done." When we're done, at least like when we're like getting ready to head out. Like you'll know. All right. So if I did this right, I'm all right. Spicy Brain has been in a bad place this week, but mostly fine. I forgot to do something. So when this gets angry and doesn't do the thing, I'm going to hit stop. I'm going to go back over to the HUD. I need to build the project so that this properly shows up. Spin meter pointer is going to be spin pointer. Yeah, but sometimes I miss it and I hadn't done the updates yet. Yeah. TLDR, we're going to the clock today. So I have no intention of finishing before 9 o'clock. So you've got time. Right. All right. Okay, so let's see if I botch this or not, because that will be important. All right. Oh. Okay. Well, it didn't quite work the way I would have wanted to. Let me double check and make sure that I actually named. Okay. Go player spin pointer, hide player spin pointer. Okay. Those are there. Remember to save the script. I did. Okay. So show player spin pointer, hides player. Okay, those are both set up correctly. Okay. Okay. So then, why is it not showing? HUD 2D. Yep. Okay. Spin pointer is there. All right. So let me make sure that I didn't mistake any. Copy this. Make sure that we put that there. Okay. Okay. Time to do it the old-fashioned way. When in doubt, and you're not sure if something is working correctly, function-wise, the oldest trick in the book is to put in a really weird debug message so that it's impossible to not know if you reached it or not. The old-fashioned. Oh my god, Vallejo, what the f- Please. Okay. So then it's not running at all. Alright. That's cool. It's not getting picked up at all because we're not seeing that. So, okay. Oh! That's... Wait. Hold on. No, the HUD is visible. right? Like I'm not turning off the HUD in the middle of. I'm not doing that, right? Like, let me make sure that I'm not like fever dreaming that. The HUD should be. The HUD is visible while the. Yeah, it is. So then why is it not? Hey, base. Got a question for you, but I wanted to ask your mission first before I DM'd you since it's about not stream stuff. Um, General rule of thumb is that my DMs are always open. You don't have to ask if I'm allowed. Like, at most, if you're like, "Hey, is this a bad time?" When I'm not streaming, that's about the only real warning that I need usually. Um, like the general rule of thumb is that I don't. If you DM me while I'm streaming, I'm probably going to completely forget about it until after I'm done. But like the most you have, words are hard. You never need to ask my permission to DM me. At most, if you're concerned about if I have time to pay attention or not, ask that first, and that's about it. Like, hey, do you have time to hey, is it? You have time for me to like talk to you about a thing? If you DM me that, then that's fine, right? If you're concerned about, oh, I don't know if I should DM him or not, it's like all it is that if it's something that's gonna take a minute, just make that known up front. You don't have to like ask my permission to. You don't have to ask permission to DM me about a thing. Just know if it's gonna be a thing that takes time, or if you're Shannon, you have some curse material or something like that. Yeah. Okay. So why is this not turning on? If I go to the HUD is visible. Player info is there. Top level is there. Player spin control is there. Spin pointer is just not being activated. But if I turn it on over here, it turns on over there. So, damn it. Okay, so what is going on here? I wanted to make sure it's making boundaries. So, yeah, my general boundary is that unless I have like put up, and I almost never do this anyway. Unless I like put up a status saying I cannot be reached right now, don't DM me, which basically happens like never. My DMs are usually open, and the worst, and at most, the main thing you might need to do is just be like, hey, do you have a minute? Like, I have a thing I want to talk to you about, but it might take like a hot second. Is now a good time? That's about it. I have not had reason to have my DMs closed, and at least for the time being, that does not look like a thing that's going to be changing anytime soon. Yeah, no, some folks absolutely do keep their DMs closed for completely understandable reasons, and it totally makes sense when they do it. Um, I'm just saying I generally do not have a closed DM policy. Not That's just not a thing because sometimes people need to talk to me about stuff, and it's like, all right, yeah, sure, whatever. Um, Literally, at most, if it's something that you know is going to be a protracted conversation, the only thing I will ask is just that you like run it by, like you just do a double run by me, just to make sure that it's like, hey, this is gonna take a little bit of time. Do you have time to talk? And that's about it. That, and if you do it during stream and you know it's gonna be one of those things that is gonna like take a hot minute, save it for when I'm not streaming. And that's pretty much my only two boundaries around it. Okay. So now why isn't the spin pointer? Valeo's curses are for the community. Yeah. Huh. Okay. Wait, is it did I okay. Is it because I forgot to build if it's literally because I forgot to um build the project after making them yarn spinner commands, I'm gonna scream. Uh that would make me upsetty. Not like extreme upsetty, but just upsetty enough to be like, hey, that did not have to be like that. Vallejo, I shut up. Why did you make me have to read that with my own eyes? Not upsetting spaghetti, just frustrating linguine. Okay. Okay, we're doing this then. Okay, so it's still not. Oh, that's so frustrating. Why is it not? What did I forget? There is something that I feel like I must have forgotten here. There is something that I feel like I must have forgotten here, and I do not know what it is. Because that is named like that, which matches that, and it works. Toggle control also works. Okay. What happens if I don't make it? If I don't make it static, I know that if I don't make it static, I need to make sure that I have the reference to the actual node, right? Yeah, I need to have the node listed correctly and go from there. Okay, so then let me go over to the HUD script. This is no longer instanced, and we can just do void. I know I can't start it directly. Like, you don't have to tell me. All right. Try this. Because it should be show player spin pointer HUD, right? The HUD, in the HUD node, we should have, yes, okay. let me just do it in a spot where I shouldn't, just so I can be sure that it works. Oh, okay. Okay. The yarn file. Okay. Create via tools, yarn spinner. Okay, wait, where's the tool? Tools, yarn spinner, 8 yarn project. Okay, there we go. All right. I should delete this. Okay, so. Hang on. Probably when I updated it, I wasn't thinking about it. So let's. Okay, no. Clear. Beat. No, hang on. Save. Should be safe to get rid of now. Okay, so yarn assets. Project tools, yarn spinner, 8 yarn project. Now, where is the yarn project window is the problem. It's like, yeah, we're opening up the yarn project window, and then it doesn't appear. This is a problem. Project, tools, yarn spinner, create yarn. Okay, hold on. Editor settings. Nope, not that one. Project settings, plugins. Project. There we go. Yarn assets. Shoot Lancer yarn project. All right, try this again. I gotta go post it in the Yarn Spinner Discord. In a second. See if I get an answer. So version of the plugin in my project setting. All right, so that might hold us actually, because the main issue is that whoops, forgot this. Turn that off. So the main issue basically is that without a yarn project file, tutorials don't work. So until I can figure out why the heck this thing is, why it keeps breaking on me, I gotta hold that. Basically, I'm gonna try to restart it one more time and see if that fixes it, but it might not. Kind of a pain, but I'm gonna pull up the Discord on the other window and just wait and see if I get an answer. Probably won't. Not tonight anyway, which is not ideal, but I will kind of have to live with that. Bulls, yarn spinner, okay, yarn project. Yarn. Shoot, answer yarn project. Yeah. Which means if I had to guess, I probably botched something when I imported the it in. Try one more time to see if I can like get it to Godot projects, shoot Lancer, add-ons, yarn spinner. Okay. One last time. Because I like how I told Shark that I was gonna go the clock, and then I immediately do something that explodes the idea of this. Okay. So, what does it mean it can't find it? I don't. That's weird. All right. That probably didn't fix it, but let's. I know y'all can't see it. It's because I'm busy digging around in the guts of it, trying to see if I can figure something out. Version control, no tools, yarn spinner, create yarn project, shoot Lancer, yarn project. Nope. Okay. Yeah. That one is gonna be stuck for a hot minute. Yeah. So basically, I gotta hold that until somebody answers that question. I gotta hold that till somebody answers that question, which means that this is the part where I'm gonna cheat a little bit, and thanks to the magic of version control, I'm gonna put back the thing that they said I shouldn't do, because without it, this breaks. So I'm going to use the power of version control and see if I can't, if I can find it. Should happen is that should. Yeah, because at least for right now, until they fix that, I gotta have something in there. It's gonna stay broke as hell. Um, so for now, this will have to work. And it does mostly work from what I can tell anyway, so it's fine. Okay. Okay, right. That's the part that I need to try to figure out before we actually get out of here. We have like another 15 minutes or so. So okay, so now the question is, why is this not? Because hang on, I'm gonna get silly. If this works, I'm going to be super upset. If it is required that it has to have a parameter in order to function, I'm going to be annoyed. Okay. Okay, come on. Come on. Give me something here. I don't know why it's not. What is... Why is it not activating? What am I not doing? There is something that I must not have done correctly as far as this is concerned. Close the tutorial states, because those at this point work fine. Not what I have to worry about at this point. Line view is fine. HUD, okay, enemy spawner. Yarn command is that. That's the syntax. Public void that. Okay, and it's normal that it doesn't. Okay. If it doesn't. Alright, so string, enemy name, power up type is that. Okay. Cool. Okay. I rename the node. And I do... Alright. Oh, right. Ah, God. Why did I try to build that? Oh, that was a bad idea. I accidentally hit build in the yarn file. Shouldn't have done that. I don't know what's going to happen now. I'm gonna leave that alone and come back over to the tutorial level and pretend I didn't press the build button in the yarn file. That was not a thing that I did. Let's pretend I didn't do that. Still not working. And it's weird because all of the other yarn commands are still working fine. It's literally just this one that I just added that's not, and I don't know why. Like, I should be getting either an error because I didn't add a thing here, or okay. Like, I'm not missing anything here, right? Yeah, like the format's not messed up. The format isn't messed up. And even if it's not a static one, as long as I do the right name for what the node is, it should be doing that. Hellfire. No, not that what I did just fixed it. Just more that I am... Okay, so HUD, that should still be HUD, right? Yarn, spinner, canvas layer, dialog runner. Okay. All right. Yeah. I don't know what is going on. Um, because I can't, like that thing doesn't work. I try it and it does not work. Um, and I don't know why the other stuff isn't kicking up, which is kind of annoying. Um, am I a little salty? Am I a little annoyed by it? Yes, but that's out of my control. Uh, that said, aside from the pointer not working correctly, which is literally out of my control at this point, um, everything else is more or less in order as far as that is as far as like what we have right now. I think because I. Oh. Like aside from putting like fades on things like the stage clear and all that, which no, don't really need to at this point. Um, I guess we just run level 1 again and see how everything is holding up and see if I broke anything else, I should say. Um, all right, let's go. So yeah, you can't just bomb the boss like twice and then it's done. But okay, cool. So that worked out. All right. I guess I'm not going to do anything with it, but I should at least go look it up, I suppose. Go save and load setting. Save and load player settings. Is there a nice way to do that? Don't save with JSON. Well, okay. That's kind of useful. It means I don't have to sit down and do like a whole file input output utility thing, I guess. But Okay, that's actually really cool, and that saves me a lot of time and effort. I will start that at least. So what I was looking at is that it looks like Godot has a thing where you have sort of like a built-in support for a type of file called a config file. So it's very easy to just like sit down and go, hey, I need to save XYZ values into a configuration file so that I can like load stuff. Um, audio, audio. There we go. I'm just gonna do this real quick. Option submenu state. Um, so let's just do public void on public void save settings. All right. That doesn't help. Not really. We're gonna do this. Okay. Okay, so uh config file audio configuration. Okay, let me see here. Audio set value section is audio setting. All volume. All volume. Value is all volume slider dot value. Do that. Then we're gonna do audio settings. Music volume. SFX volume. Do thick volume slider dot value. SFX volume slider dot value. Okay, cool. And then, okay, cool. So enter. Let's do audio. Do audio configuration dot load. Hang on a second. I gotta do. I'm gonna just do there. Uh, setting that config. Okay. And I'm gonna do audio. Okay. Audio. So save changes button. Node. Connect. Pick. Hang on. Back option submenu audio pick. No, I need to build it, I think. Build. All right. Cancel real quick. We're gonna connect here. Pick. Save settings. Okay. We're gonna hit connect. Okay. Okay, hang on. Godot. Let's see for that. Okay. There. Okay, right. Things are updated, but I gotta go make dinner. Yep, go ahead. Okay. So it'll go throw it over there. So different directory on the user's device. By default, the user's data app user data. Okay, put it in test spot. All right, cool. Okay, so it's gonna go throw it in app data somewhere. Which, you know what? Can't be too upset about that. Really, respectively speaking. Uh, this makes things significantly less problematic in certain aspects. Um, Hold on, I got to do it all the way from here. All right, this is like the last thing we're gonna do before I get out of here. So options, audio options. All right. So hold on now. I gotta go. Okay. I'm about to go digging into the guts of my I gotta go digging into the guts of my file system. So I need to hide this for a second. You know, data. Shoot, answer. On. Fuck. I thought I had it, but no. I have to make sure. Okay, desktop plat. Okay. Edit a data path. App data Godot. Okay. Okay, hold on. I can actually like find it. I should name it accordingly. Yeah, sorry. Some of this is like me digging on the back end of my own computer. So I need to, you know, protect my neck metaphorically and make sure that I'm not showing y'all stuff in my file structure that isn't your business. Um, okay, yeah, I'm getting debug. Object reference not set to an object. Line 71. Okay. audio configuration equals new big file. All right, let's try it that way now and see if that fixes it. Audio options. Okay, okay, cool. Now we're gonna do shoe planter stuff. Okay. Notepad plus plus. Okay, good. All right. So that does work. Excellent. Now the only thing I need to do is cool. If audio configuration null, or if audio configuration is not equal null, then what we want. Okay, cool. Actually, we want to do it over here. Okay, all volume. All volume. Okay, I can actually switch this back over now. All volume. All volume slider dot value equals audio configuration dot get value all volume. Oh, uh, audio settings. Right? Audio settings, all volume. Not do Godot variant double. Hang on, I gotta. Ah! Uh, okay, gotta basically just put the type right before it. So double. Pick SFX. Pick music volume. And we're just gonna do SFX volume. All right. All right, cool. So don't need that anymore. If we have an audio config file, else, a blank else right here, just for that. Focus that. Okay, cool. pd.print loaded big file successfully. All right, gonna do it like that. All right, last shot. If this works the way that if this works correctly, then this has just made my life immensely easier for saving settings, and I could not be happier. My God, look at that. It took so much more work to set up some of these things, and by God, that was extremely easy. Then all I really need to do is just that was so much easier than when I had to do this in and then I'll eventually be able to like, ooh, this is really good. So without going into too many details about it, Godot being as flexible about this as it is means that I will be able to sort of like outsource, so to speak, some of this. Oh my God, that's so fast and so easy. My goodness, I cannot believe it. Um, hold on. I guess I might as well go ahead and just do this because I know for a fact that yeah, the option submenu states are all going to have. So I should do protected config file, config file, right? We know for a fact that that's going to be the config file that the options. Uh, protected const file. Just know it's going to be the same thing no matter what. And now we're just what's this thing called? So public virtual void. Because I know that it's going to be the same, or at least we should be able to get away with that. I just need this. What did I call this thing? I called it save settings. Save settings. I'm just going to do because this code is going to always be the same, right? Like no matter what it is that we're doing, when we do save settings, it should always be exactly the same, right? Name and path of the config file we're saving to. And then I'm just going to come over here, do public override void save settings, base.save settings, right? Because that's going to be the same. And we know that. Config file. Don't need that one because one exists. We already did that down there. We're just gonna do this thing, and we're gonna do option submit. Nope, we're gonna come to option submenu state, public override ready, base.ready, all that, because we know for a fact, right, that when we do these things, that should be fine, right? Okay. And we can deal with some of the other complicated parts of that a little later. We're not going to get too deep into the weeds because otherwise I will be here like all night. But the long and short of it is that I just made saving and loading certain configuration file things exceptionally easy. And I am happy about that because it means that I have a lot less work to do in terms of like, oh, now I need to do a lot of tracking for saving and loading stuff. Not really. When I was using JSONs to like set this sort of thing up in Unity, it took significantly more effort than this, and this is significantly less. And this is significantly less work, and I am significantly happier about the fact that I have to do significantly less work. In terms of like getting certain things set up in that regard. So, TLDR. SJ made his life. Godot is just making SJ's life easier again, and we're happy about it. Is the simplest way to put it. Yeah. So yeah, now we have working audio save load config, which makes my life so much easier, and I'm really happy about that. I could probably set up some sort of extension or like extended class where it's like, yeah, you can just grab information out of it a lot easier. So cool. Option submenu classes. Cool. It will attempt to load the config file when it first starts, and if not, it doesn't. I really should get back to Godot. They say knowing full well they will not. Look, get to it when you get to it, you know? Make attempt to load it and let us know if the loading worked successfully. Attempt to save the config file and let us know if the saving worked successfully. Saves the settings of saves the settings in the current menu. So yeah, the main reason why this option submenu state, right? The reason why it only has this thing in it is because each individual submenu state has its own specific Yeah. So the values from let the slider values from the config file and then translate linear values of the sliders into proper decibel values for the bus volumes for, for, for the audio buses to use. Have a config file. But if we don't save the current volume values to the appropriate section of the save file. Right? So the long and short of it is that now it's set up so that we set it up so that each of the so that each submenu for the options will automatically on their own attempt to load the config file and let us know if it's been loaded, right? If we're able to load it successfully, right? Let's see. I wonder. So yeah, right? If we have a config file that has audio in it, we can set it up such that like we can set it up such that yeah, if we have a config file and we have with an audio section in it, right? We can then set the slider values from the configuration file, translate them properly, and then set them. Otherwise, we don't. And otherwise, we just kind of like set up with whatever the current default values of the sliders are, and then we just do the config that way and go from there. Bam, done. Right? Um, and then here, where we do save settings, we just save to the audio settings each of those keys, and then bam, done. Again, much easier than when this is very similar to how I had to do it in Unity, but oh, I was on the wrong screen this whole time. Sorry. Wow. TLDR. Let me run that back. Over here, I've set it up so that if the config file exists and it has an audio setting section in it, we set all that up and translate the values accordingly. If we don't, we just save out default. We just save out whatever the slider started as to start with, and then go from there. I'm really happy about this because usually whenever I was doing something similar to this in Unity, where I was like, right, I got to configure things like message speed and blah blah blah, I would have to set up a bunch of different properties. I'd have to set up a bunch of different properties with a words are hard. I would have to set up a bunch of different audio properties with or gameplay properties or whatever else with that, and that was kind of annoying. I didn't like doing that. However, with where we're at now, I think probably the only thing, let me see something here. Yeah. So at this point, really, I think probably the only thing I really need to do is write a proper audio manager and have the audio manager just, that's the thing I could put in the notes now. All right. Because we got about 8 minutes before the next ad starts. So, to do write audio manager that loads the config file and apply the stuff to the audio bus independent of the options of the audio options menu. Basic audio option. Basic save load of config file. Audio. Okay, cool. So you got that done. I'll probably wind up knocking on some of that off stream and getting from there. So thank y'all for coming by. We're gonna head out. I'm gonna try to step quick to beat the ads. So I do game analysis and design over on co-host. Past posts are on Medium, as you see over there. Stream VODs will be up at youtube.com/@sjhdoesgames. My Ko-Fi is where you can give money to help with my rent and support drive that's going on over here. We are at 16% of our goal. It's going on for the rest of April. If I get the 2,000, it makes my life immensely easier in terms of like sort of my next steps, as far as like still having the runway to like go and look for job stuff without having to pull out of like my 401k and things like that. Any support that you can give by boosting or whatever else, I deeply appreciate. Plain and simple. Aside from that, I don't really have much else to say. Friday, I will be back with some Guilty Gear Strive. That's the plan. Sunday, we finally start Breath of Fire 4. We took a little bit of time off to do Totsugeki 64 just because I started late that day and I didn't want to like get too deep into the weeds on anything like super pertinent, you know? Give it the time that it deserved. So, last but not least, if you want to hang out with us when we're not doing stream stuff, come to the Guilded. I don't mess with Discord because Discord is just kind of a pain about certain things. And yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, I might sit down and just like grind out some of this file config stuff off stream. And I guess it is a co-working stream, probably by the look of it. So we're gonna go hang out, I think. Shoot, I gotta call my cousin. It's his birthday today. Okay, right. I will go do that and be responsible and be an adult in a minute. But let me make sure that I see us out. First of all. Okay. Yeah. We're going to go hang out with Pleasantly Twisted. They are a JRPG streamer. Wow, my brain had a hard fart. Twisted does a lot of stuff. Bloodborne and other Souls-like, she does that. RPGs, she does those too. Speed running and various other challenging runs, yeah. That's their thing. So we're gonna go hang out with Twisted. They're currently working on a Breath of Fire 3 strategy guide, and is also using it as kind of like a co-working stream opportunity. So I'm gonna use that to, one, remind me to call my cousin before it gets much later, because it is his birthday. I got that crap. Two, so I can actually like grind my way through the audio setting stuff. Give them an SGH those raids when we get in. Throw in your favorite emotes. Let them know who sent you XYZ. Aside from that, all I really have to say is trans rights are human rights. Palestine, Sudan, and Congo must be free. Reproductive rights are also human rights. And that's pretty much the size of it. So wash your hands, wear a mask, don't go outside if you don't have to, be excellent to each other. Not the bigots, racist, turfs, sexists, anti-queer folks, or Zionists. Pretty much the deal. All right, y'all. Let's go before the ads hit us, yeah? I'll catch y'all later, whenever later is and wherever later is. Take care. Bye.